All right, guys, what is going on? John Fibonacci here. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if we can get this music back up again. Trying to work on the transitions a little bit, so I don't know how loud that is for you or if that played how I wanted it to, but hey, welcome to the stream. Okay, we got a few people on here. We usually start 5 minutes after. Look at those snipers, dude. Oh man, that is so cool. That is so cool. Look at that sniper next to Nick. Look at that sniper next to Ali. Dude, that looks way better than I thought. It's so sick, dude. I don't even have one. I don't have one of those. Look at that. I don't even get a sniper next to my name. But you guys got it. Man. Do you guys see the chat right now? Do you see the chat right now? Man. Dude. We need everybody in the chat to have a sniper next to their name. What's good, Raphael? What's good, Lewis? Nick, Ali, Andreas. Welcome. We usually start 5 minutes afterward, but you know, the impatience is coming in strong today. It's coming in strong. Let me turn down the music on my end, because sometimes I can't think. You know what I mean? It's a cool intro. Did you like that? I've had that for probably a couple months now, and I never really got good at it. Oh, I fixed my stream deck too. I fixed it. I had to update OBS. It looks a little bit different, but look at that. We got the Instagram little pop-up. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at John Fibonacci, like it says at the bottom right, as well as subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit the like button if you guys are ready to get into today's price action. It is Monday, March 27th, which means there's actually quite a lot going on. So it's not just Monday, but we do have memberships available now. So you have tier 1 and tier 2 memberships. Let me just pull that up here for just a second. Okay, we just launched that, I think, yesterday. So you get chat emojis, you get loyalty badges, and then I didn't really put this in here, but if you read the description under the tier 2 memberships, you also get access to other stuff like membership only live streams, membership only chats, and membership only videos, which I will be putting out pretty soon too. So you guys are welcome to hit the join button and you can sign up, and it'll be good. Okay, I told you there was some cool stuff coming to YouTube. I told you. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. Know what I'm saying? The snipers are awesome. Dude, I think so. I think so, especially when we get the gold one. But I got bamboozled with YouTube, man. I got bamboozled. I had someone design the snipers for me, right? And I wanted 6. So we got various colors and everything. But then YouTube was like, wait a minute. We're going to do like new sub and then month 1 and 2. And then after 2 months, it jumps to 6 months and then a year. I'm like, good gracious, a year. From 6 months to a year, that's a long time. That's a long time. So, the first one is bronze. The second one is silver. The third one, I think, is green. And then it's blue. And then that 1 year mark is the gold one, like you see on your screen here at the bottom next to me. That gold one is after a year. So 12 months, you know, it's a long time. It's a long time, but that's going to be sick. A year from now, when we have the gold snipers in the chat, it's going to be super dirty. Oh, and your names are green too. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's badass, if you ask me. That's badass. So, but anyway, what's more badass is being able to trade, taking some good trades, and, you know, going from there. But as the risk disclaimer says, guys, look, man, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. This is not financial advice, or anything like that. Okay, so make sure to read these risk disclaimers, guys. You know, I'm not telling you to buy or sell. I'm not telling you to live trade at all. You know what I mean? So just to put that out there. All right, just to put that out there. But what do I think the market is going to do? Dude, I really don't know. But if I had to say, I would like to see higher pricing for ES. I'd like to see higher pricing for the S&P. Now, where we're at right now, I think is a little difficult to tell. We just started the afternoon session as well, but we're kind of stuck between two different lows. There's a short-term high, or did I say that right? We're stuck between like two areas of liquidity. We have a high at 4,017.5. So the idea behind that is, well, this morning, and I posted a reel earlier, you know, with that NASDAQ following the price action there, we ended up getting a run on stops here. Price broke down, retraced, and then, you know, we've sold off fairly aggressively. So anyone who's been short, you know, if they're greedy, if they're holding on too long, or if they're taking their stops wherever it may be and bumping it to those highs, or even like this high right here, that's the only distinctive high that I see as of right now, other than like this one during lunch. But outside of lunch, that morning session, there's a high right there. So I've got that marked up, which I think could easily be a target to the upside. I didn't take this, but I did mark it up. I wanted to see what we did here. It wasn't the right timing for me, but you do have that down candle right there. And I want to say we got a divergence here as well between the Dow. I'll have to go double check that. But the S&P ran lower here while the Dow, let me look. Yep. Yes. Okay. Look at this. Do you see shit. That was 10:15 to 10:55. 10:15 to 10:55. So there's your higher high, or excuse me, higher low on the Dow, whereas the S&P was lower. But it spent a lot of time here, and to me that just wasn't the right time, so I let that one go. But it does look like price is reacting off of that, so we'll see how it goes from here. The only thing I'm concerned about with taking any long positions is London's low. So those are my thoughts. And I'm looking at the dollar index too, but that 1 hour looks kind of, I don't know, not really digging it. You know what I mean? Not really digging it. What's good, Willow? Appreciate the donation the other night. Thank you, thank you. Eduardo says green. Yes, that's what we want. We want green. Can't stay. Doctor's appointment this afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh man. Well, guess I'll see you tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. Mr. John says, just watched your new video on Tired of Being Stopped Out. Great video. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Shout out to Andreas for becoming a tier 2 member. Very nice. Welcome to tier 2. You know what's crazy is that I don't think anybody signed up for tier 1. I think everybody that has signed up has all got tier 2. Andreas, green name, and that sniper next to your name, man, that looks sick. That looks totally sick. And you know what's really cool too? I forgot their name, but whoever, I went on Fiverr, and I tried not to go on Fiverr, but I didn't want to design, you know, the snipers myself. But I sent, I went on Fiverr and I sent them inspiration. I was like, look, I want snipers, you know, and I just got like a Google image for inspiration. I was like, don't fucking make it like this though, you know, like don't copyright, you know, but something along these lines, and you know, in various colors. And personally, dude, I think they did a really awesome job. Excuse my language, by the way, I'm trying to work on that, but I think they did a really good job on the various snipers, dude. It looks totally awesome. I think it's sick. And yeah, so they definitely should charge more than they charge. I think I didn't pay a lot. Dude, I didn't pay a lot, and I feel bad. I should go back and give them a tip. That's what I should do. It's what I should do. But so we're back inside that down candle there, and if I was long, I would be a little concerned. I'd be a little concerned. If anyone who traded London has been long, if they haven't been stopped out already, if they've been trading with a, you know, a wide stop and they're not trailing their stops, I think there could be stops under that low, and that could be the justification for price wanting to run down there. You know what I mean? So even though we did get that divergence here, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the low of the day. Dow seems like the strongest index today. So if we do end up trading higher for S&P, that we could see a new intraday high for the Dow. And then the NASDAQ is just garbage. It is just garbage. It's horrendous. The Dow's up 0.67% and the NASDAQ is down 0.8%. So a little bit of abnormality there, but not a surprise. Okay, definitely not a surprise. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. But those are just some general thoughts that I have. Okay, I'm not convinced just yet. And I know some people want that though. You know, John, give me a signal, man. Just give me some high probability. I don't want to take a loss. Okay, I cannot help you there. I take losses too. How's it going, John? New week, more pips and more points, hopefully on the table. When did you learn trading? Over the last 9 years. The first like 2 or 3 years, I didn't really learn a lot. Not a lot of the good stuff anyway. It wasn't until like 2016 I started learning some good stuff. Some good stuff. But it took a long time though. And I still would not say that I know everything. I would never admit that. But you know, I've been watching these markets for a long time, learning about this stuff for a long time, learning about myself for a long time too. That's why I read a lot. You know, matter of fact, I'm putting out an email. There should have been an email sent out today to promote for the memberships here on YouTube, but I'm also sending out another email on Wednesday. It's already been written, it's automated, so it's going to send, so it's not going to be late. But that email is going over the 9 books that I have completed so far this year. So you guys get like a little description of them, links to the books if you want to purchase them. You don't have to, but I'm just letting you guys know all of the 9 books that I've read. I read half of this one the other day. Let me see. The webcam's a little bit smaller now, but I'm still going to try and show you. It's called Gift from the Sea. If you guys can see that. Gift from the Sea. And it's by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Now, she passed away a long time ago. She was really old when she wrote this, and it was her daughter, Reeve Lindbergh, that wrote the introduction. This was the 50th anniversary, and this came out in 2005. Or it was copyrighted in 2005. But it was originally published in 1955. You know what I mean? So it's really old, but it's pretty good. I read like half of it the other day. I mean, you know, it's not long per se. I mean, it's got some pretty big text, spaces, you know, and it's not bad. And it's along the lines of Stoicism. I mean, not entirely. I think she does mention a couple of Stoics. I forget the name though of what they mentioned, but that's pretty good. It's really a book. It's by a woman, and I think she wrote it for women, if I'm being honest. But you know, it's good. It's really good. So someone asked me a long time ago, like, I guess why I don't talk about, they had asked me like, why don't you talk about women? And I'm like, I didn't understand the question. And I started thinking about that the next couple of days. I'm like, what did this person mean? And I think maybe it's because a lot of the books I recommend are not written by women, but I have a lot of books written by women, dude. Danielle Booth, Tiffany Alish, the Sharon LaBelle, Epictetus. That one's I've recommended before. And then this one, and I'll show you guys again since we're here. It's called Gift from the Sea. It's got a kind of a shiny cover to it. Gift from the Sea by Anne Lindbergh. And you can find it. I mean, it's a pretty popular book. So, yeah. There's that. Well, this will be number 10. I don't know if I'm going to finish this before the end of the month, but the email's been written, so even if it's 10, I'm not changing that. Well, yeah, I forgot where I was going with this, but you know, there is that. So, not that I would trade this, but I'm just kind of making a note of that. Kind of like I did the other day when it was Dennis and I having a discussion, day trading and discussions with Dennis. That was last Friday. And I was kind of marking up charts as we were having a discussion. And that's just kind of what I'm watching. I would be interested to see if we trade higher from there. But I think the only reason that I would not take that for me personally is because of London's low. So there's that. There is that. Dow Jones just filled the gap. What's good, Sebastian? And Ali confirmed that there was an email. Okay. What's the book about? Oh, I don't know if I answered that or not. About a woman who just has a very busy life. I think she has a husband and some kids. And she talks about how women are very busy. You know, getting kids to doctor's appointments and soccer games and spending time with the husband, doing chores around the house. I mean, look, this is what she wrote. Okay. I'm not saying that there's gender roles or anything like that. That's just what she wrote about. I'm just telling you the message. Okay. And she was saying how life is so busy that she wants to, you know, experience, I don't think she said tranquility, but like just some sort of inner peace and like how to find that, and you know, to slow down and get rid of distractions and kind of along those lines. So that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So Marwin, I don't want people to take me out of context, you know, like they do. Andrew Tate sometimes will be like a 3-hour video, but they'll clip, you know, like 1 minute and make him seem like something that he's not, you know. And I wouldn't want that to happen to me, you know. Oh, John says, you know, this and that about women. It's like, bro, this is just a book, man. That's all I'm saying. This is what it was saying. But you guys are too smart for that shenanigans, you know. Thanks for the book recommendation, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. Oh yeah, Donald Robertson. I have that. That was one of the ones that I finished this year. I read like probably 60-70% of it before I recommended it last year. And I don't know why I ever put it down. I put it down obviously, but I can't remember why. And when I picked it back up, I finished it like it was nothing. It was good, man. It was definitely good. I'm a huge fan of Marcus Aurelius, man. And the more I read Meditations, again, the more I read How to Think Like a Roman Emperor, it's awesome, man. Marcus Aurelius is probably one of the most unique human beings that ever lived. You know, at least probably top 10. Gotta be top 10. Hands down. I've been trying to practice divergence, but I feel like we've been diverging all day and I'm getting nowhere. And Ali loves Andrew Tate. I think Andrew is great. I think he has a lot of good advice, but he did, well, not him, but his, whoever runs his page had said some really ignorant things about books one time. And I was like, yeah, that's an L tweet right there. But okay, so the idea behind what a divergence is, okay, it is, Larry Williams refers to this as professional accumulation or distribution if it was the other way. But to me, I think we're looking at a buying opportunity, right? Because we sold off lower, diverged down in here on the Dow, right? So the Dow here is under professional accumulation. Then we rallied, we came down, and then we came down into this down candle here at 12:15. And look, we've rallied significantly. Remember, I pointed this out right there. Like as we started coming off of that, I marked that up so you could watch it. Look what we've done since then. Look what we've done. That was X number of points ago. Know what I mean? So I think now anyone who's been short is shaking it, as some of the Canadians would say. I think they're shaking it. And they're going, oh no, don't rally above this high. My stop is up here. And that's exactly what I feel like the market would want to do. You know what I mean? We've already cleared these highs. This one's irrelevant because this has already been taken. So the next available high is right there at 4,018. You know what I mean? It just seems like the logical thing to do. Depending on how we do that, I think 4,027 or 28 really could be on the table for today as well. The equal highs from this morning. They're not very obvious. The more obvious they are, the more the more I would want to go with it. I feel like they're kind of hidden back there. They're kind of hidden back there, you know? Like they're just kind of chilling, like I was in the back of class, just trying to be unnoticed, you know? Teacher still noticed me, but I was trying to hide, you know? I feel like these equal highs are trying to hide a little bit. So we'll see what we do here at this imbalance. We'll see if price wants to trade into that and maybe higher. See what we do. See what we do. And I would likely screenshot this as well, just for studying purposes and coming back to that a little bit later. He was saying books are too slow for him. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I feel like being in jail for a while would be too slow as well. But, you know, here we are. You know? So. But I'm not trying to start I'm not trying to start nothing, all right? I have nothing against Andrew Tate. I don't. What's good, Caesar? What's good, Caesar? You know, some people tell me I should have been a comedian, man. I do have, I can be witty sometimes. You know, the comebacks, I can, you know what I mean? I got them. I got them. It's not difficult. Being ironic, you know, making fun of people, roasting people. I can do it, man. I can do it. It's always good to spice things up, man. That's why we got emojis, to spice up the chat. Matter of fact, Ali or Andreas, if you guys are here, Nikki as well. I don't know how I missed that earlier, but happy Monday to you too. If you guys could try to put an emoji or two in the chat to see if it works, because this is the first day that they've been available. This is the first day they've been available. So if you could, there should be like a drop. Oh, look at that. 200 IQ. That's gangster. That is gangster. Appreciate that. Andreas, that looks so badass. They are distorted though. They're kind of small. The emojis, they're a little small, but hey. The good vibes one, I think, is my favorite. I just wish it was like, I guess, wish it was larger, but hey. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. Christian, welcome to tier 2. Welcome to tier 2, my friend. Look at that sniper. Bunch of snipers in the chat, man. I like it. I like it. Trying to build up a community here on the tube. All right, I tell you what, chat. If we trade straight up to 4,018, you gotta like the stream. If we trade up into that, if we hit that level, you guys have to hit the like button. Is that a fair deal? Chef's kiss. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, let's look at the Dow real quick. I want to see what it's doing. See what it's doing. What we'll do is we'll slap an alert up there. See if we get that today. I mean, because I feel like if that's the strongest index, if we diverge there for the upside, or down here, like for upside, that to me, I think is an achievable target for the upside. You know what I mean? And I did not check if we had news today. I mean, I checked, but I didn't check today. Like, I checked over the weekend. So, Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaks. I guess they're speaking right now. I don't know. We have consumer confidence tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for the US dollar. And then tomorrow night, CPI for Australian dollar. Unemployment claims on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. EST. That's really about it, as far as I'm concerned, for the dollar and or the indices. So not really too much going on over there. The like button has already been hit. Hey, appreciate that. What time is it? 12:30. 12:30. So we're 30 minutes into the afternoon session. And then we'll take a brief look at gold and silver as well. Because who was it? Ali had a question with the divergence, and that's fine. But I think there was a buying opportunity on silver a little bit earlier, as well as gold, and I want to take a look at that. I want to take a gander at that. Can you guys hear the music? Like, a few of my videos got flagged for copyright. You play copyright-free music and then you get clapped for copyright. What is that? You know what I mean? What is that? And you can't hear the music? All right, great. All right, look at that. Look at that. Shorts have their stop right there, man. 4,018. They're 17 and a half. One more little push. One more. What? It should jump right there. It should jump. There's 1775. So there's like 1 or 2 ticks, I think. What was the high on this? Oh, 17 and a half. We got 17 and a quarter, or 3/4, excuse me. All right, so we went up there by 1 tick. That's not enough, big fella. That's not enough. That's dirt. We need a significant movement higher. But watch, the market knows that that's what I'm looking for, so it ain't gonna want to do that. Watch, it's gonna troll me. Want to reverse. Know what I'm saying? Music crazy good, chilling my mind extremely while watching you. Oh yeah, I love this shit, or love this stuff, man. And it is called No Copyright Coffee House Jazz. Calm jazz music, relaxing music, relaxed music meditation. So it's by Relax Music Meditation. And it was made 4 years ago. And I like this type of stuff, man. The coffee, Starbucks kind of vibes, man. You know, we're not trying to do nothing crazy, not trying to go wild. You know, we're here to study. We're here to have a good time. See if we can sneak in some opportunities. And ultimately just watch price, man. And just for the afternoon, I'm gonna set an alert up here as well. If we get there, I'd like to see if we get there today for the indices. And then that'll be cool, because I tweeted that we may end up doing that. That'll be cool if we do. That will be cool if we do. And let me just see. Let me just check my notes here really quick. And that's about all that I've got so far. The divergence here around 11. About 11 o'clock. In the afternoon session. The Dowski. Yes, we will practice patience. Know what I'm saying? How many buy stop traders just closed out? I don't know. This is a good question. Lambo lots before the close? Oh, God. No, no, no. No, no, no. The only Lambo lots should be in demo, like a paper account. You know, you don't want to place a trade and then ruin your draws, you know? You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Anyway, you guys have any questions? I know there's like almost 40 of you on here. And we pretty much went over all the announcements that I really thought of. Posted a reel on the NASDAQ earlier today. Sent out an email about the tier 1 and tier 2 memberships. We discussed the indices, discussed Wednesday's email that's going to be coming out on the 9 books that I have completed so far this year. And yeah, man, that's about it. Those were the main focus points for today. The main focus for today. Where's the schedule? Which schedule are you referring to? Oh, I forgot one. 5,000. I finally got to 5,000 subs. That's pretty cool too, man. Thank you for that, each and every one of you. I greatly appreciate it. If you go to my channel page, okay, the schedule's up there. Monday 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday 2 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday 2 p.m. Eastern, and then Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Now, sometimes there are going to be guests on those days, you know, given the schedule that those people have and stuff like that. So it won't be like live futures analysis every single time, but that is the schedule. Okay, that is the schedule. Look at that, 5K subs, man. That is really awesome. Thank you guys for that. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Kind of struggling with making my trading plan and writing it out. Any tips on that? Thank you, Naruto. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am putting out a video for members only here pretty soon. And part of that has to deal with risk management. Because there's a lot more to risk management than just, you know, oh, only take 1% or 2% risk per trade. You know, it gets way more in depth than that. It's a good place to start because you're limiting risk. But there's other topics like, okay, well, you can take a 1% risk, but I mean, if you take 10 trades in a day and you lose all 10, I mean, you're clapped, you know? So you got to have max daily risk and a whole bunch of other things, conditions, when to trade, when not to trade. There's a lot to it. And part of that can be into a trade plan. So if it were me, I would want to make sure that I have some sort of entry technique, some sort of exit technique, some sort of trade management technique. What are you going to trade? When are you going to trade it? You know, and really have those type of details. You know what I mean? So I was hoping that we would really slam this high, and it has been reluctant to do that. It has been reluctant to do that. You like that word, reluctant? We'll see what we do here on the Dow. Looks like a little imbalance here. But I really don't know. This is ugly. This is ugly. And that same 5-minute imbalance can be seen here. It's just not the cleanest. You know what I mean? It ain't the cleanest. But we'll see how it goes. What about 0.5% per trade? Well, it's all up to you. Okay? It's all up to you. There's a video I put out. I think it's called Growing an Account. I think that's back up on my YouTube channel. And there is this process of reducing risk per losing trade. It's kind of like an inverted martingale. If you don't know what martingale is, that's fine. You don't need that. But if you do know what the martingale risk management strategy is, the opposite of that. So it's like maybe you start at 1%. All right, now let's see if we can get that run to 18. So we can see what's good with that. Like you could start like, okay, I'm gonna risk 1%, and you take a losing trade. Okay, well, instead of doubling my risk, now I'm gonna drop down to 0.5%. So that 0.5% risk, I want to see if I can get that 1% back, or maybe even a little bit more, you know, and that way you're reducing risk. Because if you ever go on tilt, which is pretty much guaranteed to happen, if you go on a losing streak, also to me guaranteed to happen, what you don't want to do is wreck your account when you're on tilt. You don't want to wreck your account in a small amount of time. You want to be able to handle multiple losses, and I think reducing risk per losing trade is a way of doing that. So there is no one size risk fits all. You could take 1%, you could be comfortable with 0.5%. You know what I mean? If someone handed me a $10 million account, I'd probably go with 0.5%, because I'd be looking at the numbers going, oh my God, this is the risk per trade, this is the reward per trade. Like I'd have to change my draws. You know what I mean? So it all depends on what you are comfortable with, and I could not tell you what that is. You have to figure that out. You know what I mean? You got to figure it out. Are you going to do a new course on YouTube like you have on Go Live? No. Not going to do that. I could, but I'm not going to. It would be unfair. It would be unfair for that community. I will put out some videos and you'll get value, but it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be a whole course and, you know, just A to Z top down knowledge about everything that I know. Okay, that's not going to happen. Okay. The urge to keep trading is real when you take L's. Well, I think it's more of a revenge thing. You know, you want to get your loss back. I think that's what it is. Anthony says, I like to win early in the day and then only risk my winnings to stay in the blue. That's a good thing too. You know, if you got a good morning, don't goof it up in the afternoon. It's a good way to do it too. Work from risking 0.75% first trade of the day and then getting into following trades at 0.25% risk. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Vadu, welcome to Tier 1. Tier 1 membership. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Welcome to the community. Oh, that reminds me. Since we got to 5,000 subscribers on the tube, we can do our first giveaway. I will have details outlined by the end of the week on that. And that's going to be cool. But I'll make a short video on that, on how we're going to do that, what to do, and go from there. 4018, can we get it? Can we get 4018, please? There it is. There it is. Okay, so a little bit more of a run into that liquidity. Thank you. That's what I wanted to see in the first place. That's what I wanted to see in the first place. So if we get that continuation, 4028 should be on the table for today. It's only been 45 minutes. But do you see how we did that? Do you see how we did that? We watched this slightly after the fact. I was marking, I was watching it and I saw it and then I marked it up for you. So I might have been a minute or two late, but I pointed that out to you. And then we pointed out this imbalance to then run to this high. Look what we got, family. Look what we got. A little bloop right into that imbalance and then bam. Now that's only like 4 points. It ain't all that. I get it. But hey, price is price, man. You watched it live. So I don't want to hear no shit. Okay? Here's another thing too. Well, why would I trust this imbalance? Well, this run here, look at this. Okay? This is the part where you pay attention and you fucking take notes. Okay? These lows here, look at those lows. Okay? Look at those lows here. This run down did what? It went lower, right? So it took stops, hit that, I think that was a gap right here on that 5 minute, reacted, right? So we traded above this high, then we came down, right? So what are we looking at? These up candles here. Oh man, but John, you didn't mark that up beforehand though, man. Well, no, I did. Do I have to mark up everything I'm looking at? Our charts would look like artwork, man. Y'all ever seen that artwork where they just take paint and they just throw it on the wall? They just throw it on the canvas and it's just like a rainbow mirage of a bunch of shit. That's what our chart would look like, man. I'm not trying to do that. But that's why I was confident enough to tell you that we would likely trade into that imbalance and end up here because of that. Okay? It's not just the imbalance. It's the context and the story of what's happening. So you saw that. You witnessed that. So I don't want to hear no shit. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Now, again, 4028 could still be on the table for today. It's only been 47 minutes into the afternoon session. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's double check the Dow real quick. Okay, coming off that 5 minute imbalance. Okay, I wonder if we mark that up. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. But I don't get it, John. Why trust that imbalance? Why trust it? Well, number one, it's not 100%. I don't know. But you do have that in there too. These lows swept there. 5 minute up candle, boom. And you have these two down candles, boom. And you have an imbalance, boom. Come on. What do you want from me? What do you want? Look at that. Look at that. Pretty clean, huh? Not bad. Not bad. We have an alert there. We didn't put an alert there, but that's fine. We watched it. 4,020, little 20 level right there. Cake. So, let me put something into perspective for you. That imbalance, we talked about 4018. All right, think about this. Think about this. Let me put something in perspective for you. Okay. On ES, let's just assume for a second that you trade the micros. Okay. I trade the micros the majority of the time. Every once in a while I'll trade ES, but you know, your entry's got to be really good if you're going to trade ES. All right. The micros are $5 a point. Okay. $5 a point That was a 5-point run here, okay, which is hypothetical $25 in 20 minutes, or give or take, maybe a little bit more, like 25 minutes, 23 minutes. Okay. So $25 doesn't sound like a lot. In fact, $25 is not a lot of money. But think about that. Look at the price of the tier 2 sub, $9.99 a month. And this was a $25 run in less than 25 minutes. So think about that. Think about that, man. How you like that perspective? I'm just saying. You know, if you guys are going to pay, I want you to get value, right? Value. I didn't say profit. I didn't say profit. I said value. I want you to get value. Hopefully you got value today. Hopefully you got it. Now, if we didn't have those equal highs, I'd probably just be done here and go on about the rest of my day, because I have not had lunch yet. Matter of fact, I didn't have breakfast either. I am hungry, man. I'm starving. But here we are. Here we are. All right, so let's see what we do from here. I am curious to see how we react off of this high. I think what would make me more bullish, more so, is if this morning, if we didn't run that. Like if those created equal highs up here, like right there, if those were equal, oh yeah, I'd be bullish. But because these equal highs are slightly hidden, I still think we could get there. I just am not as confident as I otherwise would have been. Make sense? You're watching the Dow to cover the similar imbalance. Your chart's full of marks. Hey man, it is what it is. It is what it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Oh, by the way, we did hit 4,018, so you guys gotta like the stream. That was the deal that we made, right? You guys gotta like the stream and subscribe if you're not already done so. I think most of you are, but hey, we gotta promote, man. We gotta promote. We gotta build a community. We're gonna build a community of badasses. Of badasses. That's what we're gonna do. It might take us a while, but I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about you. I want you to learn this stuff. We did talk about gold and silver a little bit earlier today. I told you I wanted to revisit that. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Wait. I think I might be wilding out here. Give me a second. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't. We didn't then. I was just looking at this earlier, and it was silver, where we took a low during New York. So we took London's low, and then we came down again, and then we broke structure, and then that's when we came back into this up candle. Here's a potential mitigation. There's an imbalance here as well, and I was a little bit late to the party, so I didn't enter like on any retracement or anything, but I was just studying that. I thought we had a divergence there, and I guess we didn't. I thought so. I was wrong. I was wrong. But this is why we double check, man. This is why you can't just freestyle it. You gotta write stuff down. That's why I have 4027 written down. Plus we've got the markup there anyway. And then I've got that divergence written down here too. So I know that that's in the back of my mind. So I'm fairly convinced that that was our low of the day. So unless proven otherwise, it might be. It might be. So why would 4,018 be a decent level to either exit or at least to take a lot of partials from this low? Is because if you look at the range, right, from this high down to this low, okay, look where that's at. Look where that's at. Right around that 50%. Okay, right around that 50%. So that would have been solid. You know what I mean? That would have been solid. So if we zoom out a little bit, let's see what we do for the S&P. And I'm just going to mark this up. So that imbalance here, and then this potential up candle there as well. So that could be an area. I mean, that's not even a large range. I mean, that's like maybe 4 points. That low is about 8 points. So that's really not all that big of a range. But if this is going to be a bullish afternoon, I think that would be a decent area. Yeah, I think it could be. So what we'll do, I'll just leave this one. I'll just leave that on there. And then leave it at that. Dow, coming off of these high, or this high here. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, chat. You use that up candle as a mitigation candle? If so, why? Are you talking, Andreas, are you talking about the one that I just marked up? Are you talking about this one? I mean, I think it could be. Now, technically, S&P to me is weaker than the Dow. So if it was me, I think what would have been better is, and I thought I saw something earlier. All right, that doesn't look as good as I want it to. Maybe it was this. I think that would have been better because you do have this, right? Low, high, lower low that accumulated for longs. We traded above that here and then back into it with that up candle there. And it instantly ran higher. But if I was in on that, I would be a little bit worried right now. What we likely would have done is partialed out at a new high fairly quickly. And then if it was me, I wouldn't want to see like this down candle get traded through back to like this low. I wouldn't want to see that. But my stop would definitely be a break even. I would have partialed out already and I'd be probably holding this, but I don't know. Doesn't look all that good. But same idea here, right? Low, high, lower, low, and we traded through that. So if we come back into it, that could be decent for longs. And then as mentioned a little bit earlier, really the only imbalance within that is here on a 1 minute time frame. And that 15-second is a little much sometimes, but that I think would be all right. So if that doesn't work, like if we don't turn higher from in here and we end up bearish, then we may attack London's low. But I think this morning was phenomenal for shorts, and that would have been killer. So I feel like trying to push it too much in the afternoon, maybe, you know? So hopefully that answers your question though. We have some equal lows on NASDAQ. Is that the case? Is that the case? Looks like it. That could be problematic for longs then. That could be problematic. Now we could always leave that here and trade higher. That's always a possibility, but I don't know. We do have some triple lows there though. 12,765. You're right. You're right. It could be problematic for longs on indices. It's a good point. What I would do if it were me, I think I'd wait and watch all three indices like my other screen has. I've shown you guys time and time again, and I would see if NASDAQ takes the lows. If the S&P and the Dow don't go lower, then that just could be more sign of accumulation. Okay, it could be. So depending on probably the next few candles, I would want to see what we do. But if this is given up, London's low is likely on the table. Right? So assume that we're wrong on longs, like, oh, John, I'm bearish. Okay. Well then, so what has taken place? Shorts were up. Price came up for those stops to continue lower down to London's low. That could easily be a possibility as well. That could be a possibility. But again, I don't know. Anyway, got our body armor today. Not paid sponsorship. If anything, I was trying to get sponsored by Bang Energy a couple years ago. Never happened. But hopefully you can appreciate that. Body armor light. Kiwi strawberry. Look at that. Kiwi strawberry. Okay, no sugar. Or I don't think so. Or no sugar added, at least. I don't know. They're okay. And it's probably a better alternative to soda. There's that. What I'm also going to do is screenshot this for later. Because if I was wanting to long, I'd probably do it now. But I want to see what the where the candles close on this one, and probably the next 2 or 3 candles. I would want to see what we do. If we just obliterate that orange box right there, that might be a problem. That might be a problem. So we shall see. Look at that retracement on NASDAQ. So the S&P came all the way back up a little bit above 50%, right? Look at the NASDAQ. What 50%? What 50%? Not even close. Not even close. Weak. Weak sauce. Weak sauce. We'll send an alert on this too. All right, that's not a close that you want to see. Price could still respect this mitigation from here. It could, but I think you're right though. Given those lows on NASDAQ, that could be problematic for longs on ES. And the Dow has taken a pretty significant pullback as well. And that's why I mentioned if I was long, my stop would be a break even and we would have partialed out at this new high, because a new intraday high is not always guaranteed. Just like we did a couple Fridays ago when I took that paper trade with you guys on the S&P, right? We scaled out on the way up, but then it came back to our entry and we got out. But it wasn't a break even because we were out half our position already. You know, that same thing probably would have happened here. And that 15-minute looks pretty junk. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Kind of wonky. That 1 hour, look at that 1 hour close too. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy. ES. Kind of just stuck in that range a little bit. So it is not looking good for longs. Well, it's 1 o'clock or a little bit after 1 Central. So if it were me, if this was any other day, I would leave the chart for now. I'd leave. And then I would come back in about 45 minutes. No, I'd come back in about 50 minutes. And I would see what's what in that last 1 hour of trading. Make sense? I wouldn't want to do too much with this right now. What else you guys looking at? What else you got going on? We didn't put an alert here. We'll put an alert on London's low as well. And that'd be interesting if we don't get either one of those today. You were looking at the DAX today. The DAX. What symbol is that? DAX? Is this it? The DAX index? Am I looking at the right one? Oh, German 40. Ooh. Is it this one? Index CFD by Pepperstone. That looks very similar. Only without as many gaps. You trade this? I don't even know what the session for this is. Yeah, what is this? That's a big range candle for mitigation. But it does come into that. Sweeps these highs, drops down, rallies, drops down, rallies, drops down. This is interesting. Excuse me. I don't know why I yawn with you guys so much, man. I don't know what it is. I'm not even tired. That's the thing. Yeah, I would need to double check to see what time this is open. Looks like there's a lot of activity in London. Doesn't look like too much going on right now. You're in gold and GBP CAD. I haven't looked at that in ages. Shorted the last up candle before the last big move down. What are... So you're long gold right now? On which time frame? You talking about those those highs up here? At 2003? 4? What is that high? Oh. Just an April high. And we have some big highs on the weekly as well. Waiting for an entry? Well, I don't know. I am glad I got into silver though. It's been pretty nice. Last couple weeks. But I don't day trade gold and silver that often. Not all that often. But I could see the 1 hour highs, but I don't know. Oh, hey, excuse me. I don't know what I would do with it right now, though. I don't know what I'd do with it right now. But I'd probably have an alert up there too. Just be careful. It's been rallying for a while. And we're coming up on the end of the month too. This is the last week of the month. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Marius asks, what price would you consider buying gold physically? I don't buy physical gold. It's pretty late for that now too. I mean, look at the weekly chart, man. If you were going to, it would have been under these triple lows that we talked about for months, probably over a year on this way down. We talked about those lows. So if you were going to buy physical gold, it would have been at those lows or under it. And I know how that sounds. Well, damn, John. I mean, this was like October, September of last year. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it was at a significant discount. We went from 2030, 2000s, upper 1950s, all the way down to 1650, 1675. I mean, that was huge discount for gold, and a huge discount for silver as well back at that same time period. That was that monthly mitigation here, right? And then we responded, we came down, and that's why I've been talking about silver recently, 4 or 5 weeks ago. Okay, because it's just higher time frame. I mean, look at this. Okay, this is a weekly chart, right? So look what we did back in 2020. I mean, we took some huge lows. I know Zach and Jordan from the Trade House were talking about this, right? To load up on gold and silver. I remember that. The premiums went through the roof back in this time period in here. Well, for some, they got it without like higher prices. Yeah, that's fine. Me, when I looked at it, everybody was sold out. Premiums were just rape. I mean, it was bad. It was bad, you know? And it makes sense that run to 28. I mean, we more than doubled, you know, on silver. And the only discount we've been in since then was September of last year, right? Because look at this low, look at this high, and that's a roughly like a 618. Okay. Oh, look at that. Right on the money. Roughly 618. So now, mind you, this is a weekly time frame. So there was a lot of time in here. That's July all the way to October. That would have been boring. Very boring, you know, trying to pick the bottom or whatever. But at the same time, that's also enough time to buy more. Wait a couple weeks, buy more. Wait a couple weeks, buy more. You know, in that area. Then we rallied. And the only discount since then, from this low up to this high, the only discount was this imbalance in here. That's why I mentioned it. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, John's buying silver. Why is he doing that? Why do you think, bro? I'm trying to get in on a discount. I'm trying to buy it when it's low. I'm not trying to buy it when it's high. You could always average in. You know, that's what people with 401ks do. They just buy every 2 weeks. Every time they get paid, they just buy more. They just average in, because they just want it. They're not worrying about getting the best price. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to get the best price, bro. I'm trying to get in here or down in here, because if we end up running higher, if we end up mooning and making a new high to 32, okay, great. Why would I want to average in here? Lose money on the way down. Who wants to be in drawdown for a year and a half? Not me. Year and a half of drawdown. What the fuck? Come on. So, in other words, I don't know. I mean, look at gold, man. Look at it. It's not at a discount. It's at a premium. Discount was down here. Discount was in here. Now it's back near the highs. So to me, it's in a premium. Now, I'm not saying it's too expensive. I'm not saying that you can't buy it and that, you know, it does end up trading higher to a degree. It can do that. But I'm just saying, from a buy low, sell high perspective, if you're going to buy it now, it technically, to me, is high. And I don't like that. Because you're paying a premium on the price, and then you're also paying a premium to the physical metal supplier. Because trust me, when I bought silver, okay, let's just say at 21, okay, if you go on silver on a website and you look at a 100-ounce bar of silver, if the spot price is 21, you're not buying it at $2,100. You're buying it like $2,400, $2,500, right? There's like a $400 premium on that. Okay, so when it's at 21, you're actually buying it at 24 or maybe even 25, or for some of them even at like 27. You know, the lower you go in amount, the higher the premium. Which is like someone like me, you know, I've bought in not just like 1 ounce coins, okay, 10 ounces and above. All right, I'm not going to tell you which ones, you know, but It's because the more you get, the less of a premium you pay. And if I know I want to put a significant amount of money into silver, I don't want to buy high, man. I want to buy low. You know what I mean? Let's come back to the indices for a minute. I want to see what's going on over here. I want to see what's going on. So it does look like the low end of that mitigation was respected. All right, well, there's that. But yeah, gold, high premium. Silver as well. It's just silver is easier to get, I think, because it's a lot cheaper. And I think it would be easier to move as well because it's cheaper. You know, if you go on your neighbor, like if you go ask your neighbor, hey man, you know, do you want to buy 5K, 10K worth of silver? They're gonna go, what the fuck? I don't have that kind of money, man. You know, most people don't have thousands of dollars on hand to just buy, you know, silver. And it would be worse with gold. You know, gold, I mean, dude, I think it's harder to move gold. Now, you could probably get with a company. Businesses are probably a lot likelier to buy it, or the gold and silver suppliers. They'll definitely buy it, but what do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna buy it at spot price? No. They're gonna, if they're selling silver at 21, at 24, if spot price is 21, they're probably gonna buy it at like 19 or 18. Like they're gonna buy low and sell high. Their buyback is less than what they're gonna sell it for, at least at current spot. Does that make sense? So I bought silver because I plan on holding that for a very long time. Very long time. If anything, I might even pass that on after I pass away. You know, pass on my library. I'll pass on silver, however much I have by the time that happens. You know, so whoever's next. So those are my thoughts on that. In Germany, you pay a 19% premium because of tax. Holy shit, dude. 19%. That's almost a fifth. That means price has to rally 20% just to break even. That's sickening. That's ridiculous. All right, looks like we're getting some pretty clean movement to the upside though. Look at that. So that mitigation was respected. Now you see why we gave it a couple candles to see. Because that first one, I didn't want to see it close there, because it closed deep into that down candle here. But as mentioned, I said the mitigation could still be respected, and it was, because that next candle closed and respected the low end of that. What have we done since then? Up close, up close. This candle currently up close. See that? Now again, the NASDAQ having those triple lows might have been a little bit problematic, but if you remember, I also said those lows could be left there and we could trade higher. We could leave that for a later time. That's a possibility. And so far, that's what we've gotten. So to me, I still feel like 4,027 could be on the table. But now to me, I think it comes down to the timing. You know, we've got an hour and a half more on the day until the close. Right? From right now till the close of the stock exchange is about an hour and 40 minutes, a little bit less. So I think still 40.27 could be on the table. Now, what's really going to look cool? What's really going to look cool is this. If we get that, of course. If I'm wrong, it's not going to look cool. If I'm wrong, it's going to be like, you're wrong. You're wrong, John. You're wrong. Okay. Did that not work? Watermark. What the fuck? Oh. Copy link. I did that wrong. Look at that. Okay. We bring it down here. Looks a little bit better. But that was at 946. 40.27 equal highs on ES. So it came down. Diverged. Price respected the gap down candle. And then so far prices respected this mitigation too. So how about that? Anticipating bullish order flow before it ever even occurs. Pretty cool, right? But I try not to do that though. I try not to always like pick the low and stuff. Sometimes I can get that, but I don't try to do that. This was right at 9:45, so I'm just kind of like looking to see like what we do, and we left those equal highs. And so if we had been bullish for the afternoon, that would have been perfect in here. But London's low was concerning. If we diverged where S&P was stronger than Dow, that would have convinced me to long in here. But since the Dow was the stronger asset, that should have been the focus. And if anything, Dow ran this low. So that whole idea of your stop loss is my entry, that would have been perfect right there. But that's honestly, that's not what I was looking for. I mean, you guys have been here the whole time, so you would know, like, oh, John, you didn't say that shit. Right. So, I guess we shall see. But yeah, I'm going to take this off here. But if it does come to 40.27, expect an update. Expect an update on Twitter. It's hard to get in for moves like these sometimes. Price can be very aggressive and it's scary just entering. That's why we manage risk, Mr. John. Oh, and that's a good partial too, if we're studying price. Okay, I didn't tell you to long this. Matter of fact, I didn't do anything there. But for practicing, for studying purposes, if we were long, this new high right there, that's a partial. Okay, that's about 10 points anyway, give or take, where your entry and exit is at. That's about 10 to 12 points. Okay, and then again, if it was up to me, I'd be break even by now too. I'd be break even. Partial, break even, done. And then I would wait. I'd wait to see. Know what I mean? We got 3 new members today. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, John, I think I commented on that though. You know, it can be scary. Trading, pressing the button, it can be scary. This is why we manage risk in case we're wrong. Or we could just paper trade. If you don't want to take it live, you know, I can't recommend that you ever trade live, but you know, if you want to take it on paper, go for it. If you're that nervous about it. Those lows were also a sign of divergence between S&P and NASDAQ. Good signs that manipulation is entering at those levels. Oh, exactly, Anthony. Exactly. Spot on. Oh, Ivan's 18 years old, trying to get as much insight on that as possible. So for someone who's young, okay, and I explained this to a really old lady as well. long story, but gold and silver is very seasonal. Okay, it's very seasonal. At the end of the year and at the beginning of every year, there's usually big moves. Usually a big down move at the end of the year, and usually a big move heading into the beginning of the year, you know, roughly February, March timeframe. And you can backtest that all you want. It's in your chart. You go look at it. Or you can tell me I'm wrong. Like, John, you're fucking wrong. Okay, go look at it. Gold and silver seasonally has very strong patterns like that. Now, on an intraday basis, gold, I believe, is the most manipulated asset there is. I think it manipulates a lot. That can be a good thing, but that can be a bad thing. So if you're someone who's looking for physical gold and physical silver, I would look to probably long near the end of every year, probably like October, November time period. Okay, so go look at that. Go look at a weekly chart. Go mark up the last 3 months and the first 3 months of every year. 2019 January, all right, there's the end of the year. September, October, November, January, February, rallies. Okay, ran into August, pull back to November, rallied to February, pull back into March, rallied into August. 2020 was a little bit different though. That was some extreme volatility, but go look back at 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Okay, backtest this idea, man. December, drop at the end of the year, rally into the new year. December 2016, dropped off into the end of the year, rallied into the beginning of the year. 2018, dropped near the end of the year, rallied into the beginning of the next year. Okay, November 2018, big drop, heading into the new year, big rally. It does the same shit. Okay, now, and I called a lot of those lows, just so you know. You weren't there, but that shit was old. Okay, so for me, that's when I would look to accumulate at the end of every year, like September, October, November, like of every year, I would look to accumulate. Because to me, you want to, if I'm gonna long, I want to do it at a discount, and the only way to do that is to wait for, you know, a large decrease in price. You know, and they all do the very, very, very similar things. Okay, both gold and silver, seasonally speaking, right? So for those people that bought at 18, it might not come back there. It might be done. We might not ever see 18 again, or it might be 5 or 6 years before we ever see that again. I don't know. I'm not trying to predict that far into the future, but you know, buying something low and then just waiting to see what happens, it's good stuff, in my opinion. Everyone who bought and accumulated all up in here at 26, imagine holding it down to 18. I mean, shit. Well, it doesn't give me a percentage. You know, like right in the middle of that to down here, I mean, that's 26%. That's 1/4 of what you put in vanished. So imagine that. And then if an emergency came up in 2022, you lost your car or you need a new roof or something, and you got to sell your physical silver. So not only did you pay a premium on it, but then you sold it at a loss. You know, that's a double whammy. That's a double whammy. You were messing around and finding out, you know? So, but you're 18, you're young, man. But that's what I would do if I was 18, if I had to go back 10 years or 11 years. That's what I would do. October, November, December, I'd be looking to buy. So I would save up. Like, let's just say that that on the side was, let's just say $100 a month. Okay, I'd say, okay, I'm gonna put this $100 to the side to buy silver, but I'm not gonna buy it until it's at a discount. So I'm just gonna hold the cash, and then October, November, December, once we get that big ass down movement, okay, now we're at a discount. Not trying to pick the low, but just want a good price, and then don't worry about it. You know, don't be coming to the chart every day. What's silver doing? What's silver doing? Okay, if you're holding physical silver, don't look at that shit every day. And just be patient. I know. I'm telling you to be patient. I'm not patient myself. Look. I try, okay? I try. I try. But I'm human, man. I'm human. Nice run here on Dow, though. Off that low. Nice little run there. So, I know we've been here for an hour and a half, but, you know, I've said a lot of things. But I told you if we had a bullish day, this would be a discount, right? Because we had this high, we have this low, and in between that range, this mitigation is where it's on the lower end. It's closer to the low than it is the high, right? So this is a discount and relevant to the high and low. And what have we done? We're printing only up candles right now. So that was a discount opportunity in here. Okay. Same idea, but on an intraday time frame. Make sense? So there's obviously a lot more insight to gold and silver and all that type of stuff, but just to give you a quick elevator pitch, that's what I would do. I told that to an old lady as well. She was like, my grandson or my husband's trying to buy gold or whatever. I was like, wait till August, wait till October. She was like, wait till October. I was like, yeah, wait till October. You know, not financial advice or nothing, but you know, I was like, just wait till the end of the year and hold it into the new year. I don't know if she did or not. I don't know if she ever passed along the message, but if she did, I know they killed it that year. Because it's happened every year since then. And even prior to that. So if they listen to me, they fucking killed it. But who knows? Who knows? I'll probably never see that lady ever again. We were at CVS picking out birthday cards. Well, I don't know. She was picking out a card. I don't know which one. I was picking out a birthday card for a friend or something. And we just struck up that conversation. So I remember that. That was a long time ago. Look at that. 23s. 23s. We're looking for 28. These candles, though, are a little suspicious. Suspicious. Look at this. We have no wick there and no wick right there. It's interesting. Very interesting. Looks pretty bullish to me, though. Which means Dow's getting ready to clink that morning high. Doo-doo-doo. There's that. There's that. S&P's not done, though. S&P's not done. You guys liking the stream today so far or what? You guys having fun? Are you learning anything? Are you learning anything? We got the ring ding dong on the Dow. I just really didn't care for that low, though. I'll be honest. I didn't care for that. Oh, son of a bitch. That's what it was. Oh man, I missed that. Okay, dude. That's what it was. That 1215 low to the 105 low on the Dow, that 1215 low and that lower low at 105. So the S&P was under accumulation there at the lower end of that mitigation. So, oh man, we missed that. I missed it. Excuse me. I missed that. I missed looking at. I knew something was off from this low. I was thinking that low was up in here somewhere, and I just eyeballed it. I shouldn't have done that. Wow, I screwed that up. I missed it. Being lazy. Being lazy. Wow. All right, we'll study that. Study that. That lower low on Dow. Higher low on the S&P. Damn, that's what we should have done. We should have said, oh, Dow's making a new low. What's up with that? And we would have went, huh, S&P's trading into a mitigation. Maybe that's along. Man, we missed it. We missed it. Good vibes from Andres. How often do you do this, Ivan? I go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube. The schedule, if you go to my channel, the schedule is in the banner, is in the YouTube banner. It is in the YouTube banner. What's really cool too is my store. Look at that. Did you guys know that I had a store? Did you know that? Look, if you go to my community tab, not the community tab, sorry. If you go to my channel, okay, the community tab, or I don't know why I keep saying that. The banner, excuse me, the banner up here has my schedule on it, and then the membership, and I have a store. I know I don't promote for my store a lot, you know, but look, there's some really cool stuff in here. Life Without Caffeine, Pipaholics Anonymous. It's a coaster. You can get a notebook. You don't need a ghillie suit when you can snipe in your underwear. Look at that. Look at that little mug, man. Look at that shit. You don't need a ghillie suit when you can snipe in your underwear. I think this is the most common item that people have bought. Look at this. Everyone was bullish. Everyone was bullish. And that's death drinking coffee. You know, that's just cool, man. My phone, so over there charging. Look, your stop loss, my entry phone case. You can get one of those. Look at this shit. For any phone, pretty much any phone that's available, you guys can get one. You can get it in matte, or you can get it glossy. Glossy and flossy, man. You can get the hoodie too. Look at that. Look at this guy right here. Look at that distinguished gentleman. Okay, it's all there. Bunch of stuff. This one probably is my favorite. It's a desk mat. Same thing. You don't need a ghillie suit when you can snipe in your underwear. So if you need a desk mat or a mouse pad, that's what I meant to say. It's a mouse pad. You need a mouse pad, it's there, man. It is there. We got all kind of stuff. Or if you don't want that one, we got your stop loss is my entry one. Look at that. Look at that badass guy right there. It's all here. Okay, it's all here. Again, that's under the store. Shirts, hoodies, this shit, Tumblr. Okay, all that's available there. So you don't have to, man. You don't got to. You ain't got to do it. But if you want to decorate your room with some badassery, you got my recommendation. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, John. Thank you. Andreas always learning a lot from the sessions. Do you have any mentorship or personal chat where you drop ideas and whatnot? I have a Telegram for my private students only. I don't really drop ideas. A lot of the times I'll drop price levels the same way I did on Twitter. If you go to my Twitter, 3 hours ago, I don't know if you were here a minute ago, but I put this up on here. I put this tweet up here from this morning when price was coming down, but that was right at 9:46. I said 40.27 equal highs on ES. And we've been watching price, and well, it looks like 40.27 is on the table, you know. So look, again, you don't have to buy the merch, right? You don't have to, but it's just cool shit. It's just cool shit, that's all. And if you've ever like been into merch and stuff, like if you've ever sold merch, you know, the profit margins really aren't spectacular. And if you noticed, you know, I price my stuff pretty low, not to make money, because I want you guys to have cool. Look at this bear. Okay, this was a Build-A-Bear I got. I had it custom made, obviously. It says S&P 500 to 4,000. Okay, now this was years ago. Okay, this was years ago I got this. Okay, I could log into the Build-A-Bear workshop or Build-A-Bear website. I could show you the day I ordered this. I got the little pizza. Look at this. Oh, over here. Look at it. He's holding a slice of pizza, man. But the shirt I got custom made on Etsy, I think, for like $5. So S&P 500 to 4,000. You know what I mean? He just sits in the corner of the room. That's it. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've moved him since I put him up there, just to show you guys. He's got his little glasses on. Look at that shit. And that's it. He don't do nothing else. He just sits there. Because it's just cool to have, man. You know what I mean? It's just cool, that's all. Yeah, I gotta put him. I'll put him back up later, but you know, have fun with it. Have fun with it. You have some pro chair or some basic one. I was thinking about investing in a better chair, but there's so much of them. I have a gaming chair. The one I have right now is just a simple office chair. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Just a brown office chair. It sucks. It makes a lot of noise. It's very squeaky and I can't fix it. But otherwise it's just a regular chair, but I definitely need a new one. They're expensive though, man. I mean, I paid like, I think like $300 for this chair and it's shit, you know? So it's very unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But anyway, we're at the end of the stream. Okay, we're coming up on 2 o'clock. We're coming up on that last hour. I'm not going to keep you here forever. You know, do what you got to do. Any last minute questions you can ask, but that's pretty much going to be it for today. We covered a lot of things. We watched a lot of things. I'm still looking for 4027 on the day. You can expect an update on Twitter if we get that. And that's really it. So again, congratulations to all the members that joined today, the tier 1 memberships, the tier 2 memberships. Welcome to the community. Let's have some fun and let's keep killing it. Yeah, Naruto, I'm sure. And I think I paid probably like $75-80 altogether for the Build-A-Bear. I mean, but dude, that's like with shipping and Etsy and the clothes and the pizza, the sunglasses, like all the extra stuff. I probably paid like $75-80 for it. And I thought about like having something like that for you guys, but I'm like, dude, no one's gonna pay fucking $80-100 for, you know, for a bear. So I just never made it available. But if you guys want to get one, you can. I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you. Get one. See you later, Andres. What's the difference between the tiers of memberships? The tier 2 memberships get you access to membership only chats, membership only streams, and membership only videos. And if I make community posts, I can make them membership only. So if I want to drop a markup, you know, to you guys, I can do that, but I can make it membership only. So, you know, there's privilege there. There's privilege, and it's only an extra $5 a month from tier 1. So why not? But it's up to you. Okay, you don't have to join, you don't have to do any of that. If you just want to be here and chill, that's fine too. But if you want to support the channel, if I've provided value to you and you want to give back, the tier 1 and tier 2 memberships are available to you guys. Okay, but yeah, Naruto, see you later. Thanks guys. Keep 4027 on your charts. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you later, Nick.